Welcome everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to take a look at one of Motley Crue's box sets. They have released two of these, Music to Crash Your Car 2 Volume 1 and Volume 2. This was 2003 and then 2004. We are going to look at Volume 1 in this episode here. But before we can get into what's inside that box and I do the unboxing portion of it, I want to cover the history up to the point of that at least. And so Motley Crue formed in 1981. Interestingly, they originally wanted to call themselves Christmas, but decided against that, and I think that was a good idea. They went with Motley Crue. Their debut album, Too Fast for Love, was originally released on their own label, so it was a self-release on Leather Records, and it was on vinyl only, 20,000 copies, which of course quickly sold out. And major label Elektra Records took notice of this, signing the band in 1982 and reissuing Too Fast for Love with a new mix, and that comes into play with what's contained inside this box. Following that, they continued to release albums getting bigger and bigger. So we had Too Fast for Love in 81, Shout at the Devil in 83, Theater of Pain in 85, Girls, Girls, Girls in 87, hence the shirt, Dr. Feelgood in 89, and Decade of Decadence in 1991. Now, following Decade of Decadence, the band and Vince Neil had a falling out. Vince Neil says he was fired, the band says he quit. Depends on who you ask what actually happened. But ultimately they chose John Corabi from The Scream in 1992 to fill Vince Neil's shoes, and they recorded the self-titled album that came out in 1994 with him. And then eventually things were able to be patched up between the band and Vince. He's back in the band by 97, and they move forward from that point and everything since then. And I'm not going to go through the whole history of them because we're only covering up to that point with these two box sets. But in box set number one, in the title of this, as I said, Music to Crash Your Car 2, the title of it I wanted to point out because at the time they got a lot of bad press for it. It was considered in bad taste based on what happened with Vince, his drunk driving charge, and vehicular manslaughter charge that happened around 1985 in the Theater of Pain album and everything. So the box set itself has covers four of their albums in it. It's got Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil, Theater of Pain, and Girls, Girls, Girls in this first box. And the cool thing is that the first disc in here, which has Too Fast for Love on it, it has the original Leather Records mix, which has been very hard to come by and never officially released by the band. So you do get the Leather Records version, and then you get the Elektra Records remix of it. Of course, that's the one that we all know that's out on CDs and everything. So that is contained inside here, and that was the real bonus or the real draw to this box set, was that Leather Records mix of the first album. Now, the other thing of interest to this was that between the original remastered reissues of this, in 98-99, they put out the Crucial Crew. This is a sampler from it, but each of these things that was issued, if you can see here, said Crucial Crew down the side of it. And when those came out, they came out with the bonus tracks and things like that, and they were on Beyond Records, but ultimately Beyond Records went out of business, and they signed with 11-7 Music and re-released those. And in order to make it, whet the fans' appetite a little bit, they added one additional bonus track to it. But if you were like me, you'd already bought them the first go-round on it. You didn't really want to shell out just to get one more track. So the box set itself gathers all of the bonus tracks, plus that one extra track that was part of a reissue later on. So you do get all of those on this. And then a part of this, you do get a 60-page book. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. So here's a better view of the cover there. You got that car that's on fire. It looks like alligator skin. It's faux, it's not real, but it's really pretty cool. There's the spine of it. And it says, Music to Crash Your Car there, telling you that it's volume number 1. And then on the back side of this, you can see the M, and it starts to spell it out. And if we take the second one here that has been issued, you can see it spelling out Motley and getting into the word crew. Now, unfortunately, they've never actually issued Volume 3, and I don't know whether there was going to be a Volume 4, and it's been so long because this one was 2003 and the other one is 2004. I don't know whether they'll ever do it. Both box sets are actually out of print, but there you go. And so to access this, you just lifted this up here, and on the front of this was the inlay that came with it on the back side so that you actually knew the tracks. I just have that in there. But you can see the 60-page book, and then it's got the little ribbon that you pull out, and you got the booklet. I'll thumb through that. And then you've got a thing here that has all of the CDs in it. And we'll take a quick look at the booklet. It's the same as the cover. And it's got you know, all the track listing and everything, but it's got a lot of really great, cool photos. And then there's some history on the group and some good stuff to read. But a lot of really great images of each of the guys that are in here, just really covering that time period and everything, which is pretty cool. That's a really great shot that I like a lot. There you go. And so forth. And it just completes going through there, but there's 60 pages of that, and then you've got the CDs, and they just unfold in this quadruple housing for it like that, and there's the 4 discs that are in it. And just to run through what the discs are really quick, as I said, so tracks 1 through 10 on this, so the original Leather Records mix of the Too Fast for Love album, and then 11 through 19 on disc 1 are the Elektra Records Too Fast for Love version. Disc 2 picks up with bonus tracks that were from Too Fast for Love. It's got Toast to the Town, Tonight, Too Fast for Love, the alternate intro version, Merry-Go-Round Live. And then starting with track 5, it's the Shout at the Devil album. And that runs all the way through until we get to, let's see, track 15 on here. And so at track 16, you pick up with the bonus tracks, and it's got Shout at the Devil demo, Looks That Kill, Hotter Than Hell, both demos, then I Will Survive, and Too Young to Fall in Love demo. Disc 3 picks up with Theater of Pain, and it's tracks all the way through 1 through 10 are that, and then picking up with track 11, you've got bonus tracks that are the Home Sweet Home demo, Smoking in the Boys Room, which has an alternate guitar solo and is a rough mix, City Boy Blues demo, Home Sweet Home instrumental rough mix, Keep Your Eye on the Money demo, and Tommy's Drum Piece, which is from Cherokee Studios in here. And then disc 4 kicks off with Girls, 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 and that's all the way through track number 10 on here, and then track 11 starts the bonus tracks, and it's got Girls, Girls, Girls with band intro, rough mix, instrumental, Wild Side, which is a rough mix instrumental as well, then track 13, Rodeo, which I think is an amazing song of theirs that really should have been released on an album, but it's been held back on the shelf until now. And then Nana, it's the full instrumental demo version of this. There's a much shorter one that's on, it's 1 minute and 26 seconds on the Girls Girls album, but this one here is 2 minutes and 43 seconds. And then All in the Name of Live. And so 4 discs, including a bunch of bonus tracks and everything. And there you go. That is Volume 1 of Music to Crash Your Car To by Motley Crue. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye-bye.